Hey guys, right here I have a 2016 Honda Civic Hatchback 1.4 S. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key. Let's go ahead and start it up first. Two-tier instrument cluster. This Civic Hatchback does have a 6-speed manual. And to start, put your foot on the clutch, insert the key into the slot right here, and twist the key like you would in a normal car. The 9th generation Civic Hatchback uses an electric rack and pinion power steering system. The steering wheel on the S trim does have sport grips at 10 and 2. The 1.4 petrol engine in the Civic Hatchback can only be paired to a 6-speed manual transmission. To engage reverse, push the gear lever all the way to the right and back. Safety features on the Civic Hatchback includes 6 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist, vehicle stability assist, hill start assist, city brake active system, a tire deflation warning system, an alarm system with immobilizer, deadlocking, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the outer 2 rear seats. Now, let's turn on the hazards, lights, rear fog light, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. Standard on the S trim is a set of 16-inch 10-spoke alloy rims. The rims on this car are wrapped in Continental Conti Premium Contact 2 205/55 R16 tires. The brakes are ventilated discs in front and solid discs out back. For the suspension, the front gets McPherson struts while the rear gets a torsion beam setup. Back in the early 70s, Honda considered pulling out of making cars. However, thanks to the launch of the successful first-generation Civic in 1972, Honda remained in the industry. Since then, 10 generations of the Civic have appeared, and the Civic continues to be the best-selling Honda of all time. The 10th generation Civic was introduced in 2015 with the saloon and the coupe body styles at first. The Civic Hatchback that is present in this video is part of the 9th generation Civic lineup. The 9th generation Civic Hatchback debuted at the 2011 Frankfurt Motor Show, with the facelift appearing in 2014 for the 2015 model year. The 10th generation Civic Hatchback will be debuting at the 2016 Paris Motor Show as a 2017 model year vehicle. While the engine in this Civic Hatchback is marketed as a 1.4-litre engine, the engine actually displaces 1,339 cubic centimeters, which rounds up to 1.3 litres. This naturally aspirated petrol engine features a single overhead cam, 16 valves, inline-4 layout with Honda's i-VTEC technology. Power figures for this engine are 99 horsepower at 6000 rpm and 127 Nm of torque at 4800 rpm. 0 to 62 miles per hour or 0 to 100 km per hour takes 13.4 seconds, and the top speed is 116 miles per hour or 187 km per hour. 50 litres is the fuel tank size, and the combined fuel consumption for the Civic Hatchback 1.4 manual is 52.3 miles per gallon or 5.4 litres per 100 kilometers. Carbon dioxide emissions is 129 grams per kilometer, and the Civic Hatchback is a front-wheel drive vehicle. The 9th generation Civic Hatchback went on sale in the UK towards the end of 2011, with the facelift going on sale in 2015. Currently, the range consists of 2 petrol engines and 1 diesel engine, with several trim levels on offer. Exterior features of the Civic Hatchback S includes manual leveling halogen projector headlights, LED daytime running lights, LED rear lights, rear fog light, indicators on the side mirrors, and body-colored door handles and side mirrors. You do have a speaker down there together with a bottle holder and some storage. Right here you do have your mirror controls, window lock, central locking, and your window controls. All of the windows in this car are powered, while the front 2 windows gets a fully automatic function in both directions. Adjustable aircon vents. You do have your econ mode right here, and this button right here allows you to switch between your mileage, trip A and trip B within the display right there. It also allows you to adjust the brightness of the interior at night. Right down here to the left, you do have the button to turn off the vehicle's stability assist function, and this lever allows you to adjust the level of the headlight. Just above the bonnet release lever, you do have the lever to release the fuel flap. And the driver's seat in this Civic Hatchback S does get full manual adjustments. This lever controls your seat back, this lever controls your seat height, and this bar down here controls your seat position. Alright. So let's go ahead and see how she revs. The Civic Hatchback in S trim does come standard with a single zone automatic climate control system. All of the controls are located right down here. It is quite simple to use. You do have your temperature, automatic mode, on-off button, different modes, air conditioning, fan, speed, recirculation, outside air, as well as your front and rear defrost buttons. If you activate the rear defrost, you also activate the heated side mirrors. And right down here, you do have the button to activate or deactivate the vehicle's automatic start-stop system. If you do have the system activated, the engine will momentarily shut off when you arrive at a stop, such as a traffic light or a traffic jam, to save that extra bit of petrol or diesel depending on what the car is running on. The S trim comes with an integrated head unit with various media connectivity options and 4 speakers for the sound system. I must say, for stock sound system, the speakers in the Civic Hatchback do sound quite good. The display right up there is being used to display everything from your media information to your driving data to your settings menu. Back to the radio controls itself. Right above, you do have your 6 customizable stations, power button in the middle. Below it, you do have your CD player. It is WMA MP3 compatible. Scan button, eject button for the CD player. Right here, you do have the volume knob. This knob also allows you to go through the options on the display itself. And to select, there is a button within the knob itself. You do have your seat track buttons, the up and down arrows. The up arrow also doubles up as the return button. You do have your FM, AM and DAB digital radio buttons right here, traffic announcements button, and this CD auxiliary button allows you to go between your different media options such as CD, auxiliary, USB and Bluetooth audio streaming. If you hit the telephone button, you obviously go to your telephone menu and hit the setup button to go to your setup menu. Right now, let's hit the telephone button, and right here you can go to your speed dial, call history, phone book. You can dial a number, redial, and bring up your phone setup. Under phone setup, you can set your connection, where you can add a new phone, connect the phone, disconnect the phone, delete a paired device, and change the pairing code. You can also set your speed dial and all that. Next up, we do have setup. Right here, you can set your sound system settings with your bass treble, balance and fader, and your speed volume compensation. You can resume pause and your radio settings. Central locking. On the steering wheel, there are no controls on the right spoke since the S trim is not equipped with cruise control, but on the left spoke you do have your audio controls with your volume, your seat track buttons and your different mode selection button in the middle. These 2 buttons on top and at the bottom control your display as well. If you hit the top button, you can select between this display, turning the display off, just displaying the time, your media information, and back to the original display. If you hit the menu button, you can actually bring up your vehicle menu. You can select your trip computer right here, whether it's displaying the average fuel consumption, range, elapsed time, or average speed. You can also select your trip meter right here. You can adjust the clock, vehicle information, speed alarm, units, and customize settings. Under customize settings, you do have your deflation warning system settings. You can set the display as well, your driving support system setup, trip computer setup, light and door setup, and restoring back to default for all the settings. And that's about it. Right down here, you do have your on-hook, off-hook buttons for the Bluetooth telephone system, as well as your voice control button. On the right stalk, you do have your wiper controls, and on the left stalk, you do have your light and indicator controls. The steering wheel in this car is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using this lever down here. You do have some storage right here and a power outlet. Front center armrest with storage down below. You do have your USB and auxiliary ports right in there, together with another power outlet. Manual dimming, rear view mirror, and you do have your interior lights right above. Sun visor for the driver's side does get a vanity mirror and a light. And the driver does get a grip handle. Alright. So I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now. And continue with the rest of the tour. The rear door handles are mounted within the C-pillar. You do have a speaker down there together with a bottle holder and some storage. And your window control is right there. With Honda's Magic Seats, the 60-40 split folding rear seats in the Civic Hatchback are quite versatile. You can have a taller load area by flipping the seat bases up. To do this, simply grab the seat bases, flip it up, and lock it in place using the levers provided. To flip the seat backs down, make sure the headrests are all the way down, then locate and pull the levers on the sides of the outer two headrests. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is not a lot of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for legroom, I get about this much. And I do get about this much headroom. It is not the most spacious back here, but at least the seats are still nice and comfortable. You do not get storage pockets on the front seat backs for this one, nor do you get a rear center armrest. But you do have grip handles on the ceiling. With hooks on the B-pillars for both sides at the back. And you also do have your rear interior lights right above. To open up the rear hatch, go towards the rear hatch itself and locate a touchpad right beneath the Honda badge. Boot space in the Civic Hatchback measures 477 litres with the rear seat backs in place. Fold the rear seat backs down and remove the cargo cover to reveal 1210 litres of space. To the right of the boot is a light, and underneath the boot floor you can find some storage and the vehicle's tyre repair kit. The rear doors in the Civic Hatchback do open quite wide and an almost 90-degree angle, which does aid entry and exit into the rear seats. You do get adjustable headrests front and rear. You do get your window control right there. Down below you do have a speaker, a bottle holder and some storage. The front passenger seat in this car does get full manual adjustments as well. It just loses out on the height adjustment as found on the driver's side. You do have quite a big glove box in this car. Grip handle for the front passenger. And the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror with a light as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2016 Honda Civic Hatchback 1.4 S. Thanks for watching and goodbye.